Our Riot Fest coverage today is sponsored by Chicago punk band The Linden Method and their new album Grief, which is out now via People of Punk Rock Records. You can stream the album on your favorite platform and follow TLM Chai on social media. I'm Jacques LaMore, and for this Riot Fest episode, it's our second one so far for 2022. We are joined by our new intern, Noelle.
Hello.
Along with Lucky Boys Confusion. We have Adam and Stubhy in the house.
Hi there.
Hey.
I feel like I need to I should have had like a trophy for to hand to Stubhy today, because I think you're like the most frequented guest of...
Well, yeah, I mean, I just like you.
Well, I like you too. The last time we...
Hold on one second.
Yeah.
Before you start, I want to give a little love to Linden Method, too.
Yes.
Because I really do like those guys. And I don't really listen to a lot of music anymore, but, like, I got to say that I remember recently that they sent me something, and we put them on a show, and I really think those guys have a good grasp of some songwriting, cool stuff going on that's a little different, and I like it. So I just wanted to give props. Now go ahead and talk about how great I am. Go ahead.
Yeah, you're fantastic. Like I said, I feel like I should give you like a pizza trophy or something.
You should.
For being on the podcast the most amount of times. And I'm glad, Adam, that you and I and all of us get to sit down and meet. I mean, Stubhy said nothing but shit about you, obviously, you know. So now you actually get to defend yourself.
Sounds like fun.
So,
Sounds pretty normal.
Yeah. I always just talk shit about Adam all the time.
What in particular, though?
I don't know that he doesn't drink Diet Coke anymore or eat mac and cheese. He ruined my joke.
What?
No.
Why no mac and cheese?
I like mac and cheese.
Oh, okay. What about pizza?
Do
I know what Stubhy likes.
you know anyone who doesn't? Have you interviewed anyone who didn't like pizza? Has this ever happened?
My daughter.
Yeah, your daughter doesn't like
My
pizza?
daughter does not like bread.
Okay.
How can you not like bread?
You got to go with the thin,
Yeah.
I mean,
the
she's
thin crispy.
She's 3.
The thin
Oh, that's true. She is young, isn't she?
She doesn't like to work at her food, is what it comes down to. So whatever goes down the gullet the easiest is good. Pizza, you gotta chew.
Yes.
She just wants it. She just wants everything in a tube. Done.
Just yep. Yeah, and that's how they make everything nowadays, is in tubes.
Right.
You know? So
Oh man.
yeah, it all makes sense. But unfortunately, we're not gathered around eating pizza right now. But you know, playing Riot Fest for the very first time, how did it feel up there today for you guys? I mean, you've both been to Riot Fest a number of times as an attendee, but actually being on the stage now, how did that feel?
It was a lot of fun. I mean, these festivals, they all have a little bit of like a unique kind of characteristic to them. I was noticing that this one, you know, especially one that's so heavily rooted in Chicago, it's, you know, it's very cool to be a part of it. And to see it evolve over the years the way it has, you know, it's great. I love it.
Yep.
Yeah, it was. So actually, this is my first Riot Fest performing or attending.
Oh, okay.
Oh, really?
Me too.
I don't really like festivals. Especially now that I'm sick. The amount of anxiety I feel when I looked out from the stage to the crowd, I was like, I can't walk that far, you know, like on a grassy plane too. Like I need my cane and stuff. So you know, like for me today was like a lot. It was bigger than just Riot Fest for me personally. I'm not saying that Riot Fest is awesome and it's huge, and I thank them for doing this. But today was a personal triumph for me to like get up here and do this, because it's getting harder and harder just to exist in life, and like today was pretty fucking awesome, man. Getting up there and being able to sing, and then I always look at this guy meaning Adam, being like, hey, did I do good? And he's like, yeah, you did good. And like, okay, done. Well, you know, because I don't always know. And then my drummer, our drummer, Ryan, gave me a big squeeze, and I wouldn't say he's hard at me. Well, you know, he's honest, you know, and he's like, you did it, dude. You got through it, and it was hard. I mean, I love it. I think this is going to be one of my if I did highlights for 2020, you know, whatever year, 2020,
2022.
Yeah.
It's so easy to lose track these days.
It really is.
All this stuff, fucking.
Because we lost a couple of years, so
Yeah.
I keep thinking
So
it's
strange.
2020,
Yeah.
but it's 2022.
I mix that up all the time.
Yeah.
This would be this is 100% huge highlight. And you know, just getting up there and the thing for me that like broke me, and that's something that I'm gonna remember, is after the third song. I mean, the crowd was into it, but after the third song, we took a break. I went and got a sip of water and came back, and the vibe was just different. Like I turned around, and the back of the crowd. When I turned back around, the back of the crowd had filled in. The behind the crowd had really come in. So like whatever we did for those first 3 songs made people come in, and it came and the vibe in me, and I felt the vibe on stage with the rest of my bandmates.
There was
like,
this sort of setup, warm up. Like we had to find our footing for a few songs there.
I kind of felt that too as I was watching.
There was this moment where, okay, now we're ready.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
it just exploded then, and it just got. But the thing is, like, I was like, oh, okay, cool, that's cool, and then it got better and better and better and better, and then next thing I know, everybody's singing along, and the crowd that was on the left of us that was waiting for the other band all started moving towards the barricade to. There was maybe 150 people lined up on the side watching us that had left their spots on the side. So that's as a band member, as a little kid remembering like the first time playing shows, the biggest deal was, can you convince people that have never listened to you, that don't have any interest in you, to listen? It's cool. You can always get your own crowd's always going to be into it. Can you get other people that aren't paying attention to you into it? And that was the coolest thing. And that was when my like emotions started really getting like heightened.
Yeah. And I was actually walking around earlier looking for some bands to see, because I didn't really have any in mind at that time that I wanted to see for sure. But then I wandered over to the stage you guys were at, and I was like, oh, this is really good. And so,
These guys.
yeah,
Thank you.
I think I'm definitely going to listen to your music more now.
Awesome.
I
Thank
think
you.
you guys did great.
That's awesome.
I mean, what comes around goes around, right? It
right.
just keeps going. And,
Yeah.
you know, this is a great way to celebrate 25 years of LBC. I know Stubhy and I heavily talked about that just a couple months ago.
Yeah.
But we didn't get Adam's view on 25, and I'd love to get your insight on 25 years of Lucky Boys Confusion.
You know what's strange is that I remember when we hit a 10-year anniversary and a 15-year anniversary, and that really did feel like a long time. And now when we're having our 25th, it feels like the 15th was just a couple years ago. You know?
And you haven't aged. You look he looks the same.
It just feels like time is
Stubhy
cruising by.
Stubhy ages well too, like both
Well,
of you guys.
I was gonna say the reason for that is because we put all of our aging into our songs, so we don't have to do it ourselves.
That's perfect.
Right.
That's a great idea. I wonder to think about that.
No one else thought about that.
Yeah,
You know?
it's crazy.
I wonder if we can do that with podcasting, because I might do that for podcasting as well. Noelle, I mean, feel free to. Do you have any questions for LBC?
Yeah, we were talking about with whether you liked festivals or different kinds of shows better. So what would you say has been your favorite venues to play so far? Would you have any favorite venues?
Are we talking locally or
All around the country.
either
or
all
one.
around the world?
world, yeah.
I think we can't start naming Chicago venues because we'll forget one
Yeah.
and then we'll be in trouble.
Yeah.
But there are so many great venues in Chicago. I like smaller clubs when you can really as on stage and isn't in the audience. I like to be in those areas where you can really feel part of the show. And you know, a club like Beat Kitchen definitely accommodates that. I really miss the double door.
It's bad. I mean,
the new double door.
They're working on it. Yeah.
I like that. The old double door had that vibe about it. But there's been some really great venues around the country, around the world that we've played. But nothing beats a hometown crowd. As far as festivals versus clubs, it's fun once in a while.
Yeah.
I like to be in the club.
Right. It's
in
definitely
the club.
a different vibe.
Yes,
at smaller
absolutely.
shows.
I would say that Boston is my least favorite city.
You're not supposed to say anything like that ever.
I don't care. I'm not touring again. Boston is my least favorite city, but the access is amazing. I had so much fun playing.
But why is Boston your least favorite? Is it just the layout of it, or is it the people?
atmosphere?
The
The
people.
people?
There are good people no matter where you go.
Sure.
But Boston in general is a pretty racist city, man.
Yeah.
And everybody wants to fight. Not everybody, but like the thing is.
So The Departed is true.
I'm serious. Like I don't know, man. Like the thing is like the people that are in Boston, people that we came to our shows weren't actually from Boston, but at the end of the night when everybody went home, when we were stuck with the city of Boston,
You're going out to bars afterwards.
I didn't like those people.
Yeah.
But I mean that's fine. And the Patriots suck. But like
Let's take it deeper.
yeah, whatever. I mean, I love our fans from Boston. Another venue that I really loved is the Electric Room in London. Is probably everybody has like these things that they want to do if they ever start a band, right? And nobody ever thinks that they're ever gonna make it. Nobody does. Like you start a band, you go, oh yeah, maybe one day we'll play Metro. My big thing was I wanted to play in London. I always did. I don't know why, but I always wanted to play in London. I felt like that was my big thing. So I got to do that with Super Heavy Fun Club, one of my other bands. But that was cool. And then the other thing that was cool for me, at least I would assume for Adam too, but like when we played the Troubadour, it was really cool, man. Like it was like you heard about that room forever. Like all those iconic.
We did the Troubadour a couple times.
Electric Ballroom, right? Where is that?
That's in Philly.
Yeah, Philly. That was a big one.
The Whiskey A Go Go.
Yeah,
Los
that was
Angeles.
cool. Those iconic ones are the ones that were like that make you go
Fillmore.
Fillmore was another one. Those are the ones that make you go like.
I never did Red Rocks.
No. But what was the venue that we always played in New York?
What city?
New York.
We did the Bowery Ballroom.
No,
Wetlands.
The small one. The small room. I love
Knitting Factory.
Knitting Factory in
Knitting
New
Factory
York.
That's in
That's Brooklyn.
That's in Brooklyn now.
That's
When we
Brooklyn,
played
yeah.
it, so I played it recently. It's moved. It's not the one, but it's still the same vibe though. It's really cool.
Well, that's right. You've been playing for
with a few different groups.
a few different groups. Okay.
Most recently, Ike Riley.
Ike Riley.
Assassination.
That's who it was.
Yeah.
Hey, who did you play Riot with?
What's that?
Who did you play Riot with?
Deal's Gone Bad.
Oh, cool.
Oh my gosh,
Cool.
Deal's Gone Bad.
This is
Sweet.
way back in the day.
Yeah.
If anybody needs a keys player that's better than everybody other keys player, is Adam Cryer is a whore and will whore around and play keys with you. Just
I would love to hear Adam play keys in Lucky Boys.
he does.
I mean, but did he? You didn't today though, did
No.
you?
Oh,
More
yeah.
like in the studio.
Yeah.
But
No,
I mean, he
meant
does
like-
on
We used
stage
to drag
sometimes,
around
too.
this old Fender Rhodes from the 70s, and it's just it's heavy and it just,
Do you still have it?
it's
Yeah.
beat up though.
Oh, dude.
It needs-
And
it needs
he's
some
gonna
love,
hate that I'm
you
gonna
know?
say this, but I don't give a shit because, I don't
When
care
it starts
anymore.
this way.
He is one of the best keys players in all of Chicago, and if not the best. So Yeah, you guys can hire him.
don't agree.
I'll manage that payment stuff.
Okay.
And,
Okay.
yeah. so,
Absolutely. I
if
like
you guys need a keyboard player, hit up stubby@me.com, and I'll hook up Adam for you.
You're gonna manage me?
I will. I'll manage your key playing for sure.
I love where this is going. This is going in such
It
a
all
great direction.
started
Somebody
here.
needs-
It all started
Somebody
here.
needs to, man. You're underpaid for how good you are at keys.
Now, I do want to mention, Lucky Boys, your last record, Storm Chaser, was put out in 2017. And currently, Stubby and we talked about Mr. Miz and all the new songs. There's been, I think 2 new songs come out since we last actually talked on the podcast.
I don't know, yeah.
And then, Adam, do you have any of your other music groups that you're in that has put out anything new recently as well?
So we put out a record like Riley Assassination last year let's see. So the vinyl has been delayed.
Of course.
And you've heard about this,
Yes.
all the big artists are like, we're going to do, thousands of vinyls, and all the small artists are like, but now we can't do any vinyl.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, for same thing, Lucky Boys is trying to put out Throwing the Game on vinyl,
Yes.
and we
That's
got
a surprise, by the way.
oh yeah, sorry. But
Heard it here first.
But we did get the okay. Here's the problem. We are so far back in line at Warner Brothers that I don't know when it's going to happen. So
is it the actual production of it, or is it getting the license?
it's literally both. No,
Yeah.
no. We got the license.
You got the license.
No, we don't got the license. We never. Well, they okayed it.
Okay.
So they licensed it to. They licensed our music back to us.
Okay.
Whatever Electra is these days.
Yeah, it's Warner. And but what happened is we were ready to go. It was going to be for the 20-year anniversary, so last year. And then, boom. Well, everybody's doing it now because nobody was doing anything. So everybody was putting out their backlog, and it's crazy. Instead of putting why are they doing Jay-Z vinyls instead of mine? I just don't get it.
Exactly.
Who is
I
going to
don't
sell?
understand either.
Who is going to sell more
I
vinyls,
don't
me
get
or
it.
Jay-Z?
Oh, absolutely, Stubby and
Well-
Lucky Boys Confusion.
No, just
You know.
Stubby, not Lucky Boy.
Oh,
no, I'm
okay. Just
kidding.
Stubby.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just, that's what
it's-
happened.
it's true.
So we're on the list. Last time I checked, there's 138 in front of us.
Oh my God.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Do you know which ones are in front of you? Maybe we can talk to some bribery and be like, hey,
Make something happen.
You want to push your
I
release
knew
back?
that 3 of them were the Doors.
Okay.
Different three Doors records. I just don't think anybody's gonna care about it.
The Doors, they had their time.
They had their time.
They had their time.
Yeah.
Okay, it's time
Yeah.
for Lucky Boys to shine.
Yeah.
Well, guys, this has been so much fun. Is there anything that you guys want to mention before we close out?
Just that it was an overwhelming, fun experience today to play in Chicago again and have the response that we got. Heartwarming, and that sounds maybe insincere, but it's totally true.
I don't know how much more I can say that what Adam said is absolutely true. I literally cried on stage.
Aw.
I don't know how much more I can say what the people that came out tonight meant. Or today, sorry. It says
Yeah.
sorry, it's
Still
Yeah,
daytime.
I know it's
you
the
don't
afternoon.
usually say today.
Yeah.
You
You usually say tonight. Yeah.
The people that came out today and supported us and sang along, and I couldn't even hold it back. It was amazing. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you, Adam. Thank you, Stubby.
Yeah, thank
Absolutely,
you.
man.
And thanks, Noel, too, for
Thank you.
helping out.
You're all
Thanks for
welcome.
having us.
Hello, it's nice to meet ya. Hey, come in and have a slice of pizza.